EP40 Opening Script English. Award-Finalist Screenplay, Scorpio. Adapted into 123-episode epic spy thriller. Beauty Spy War. Episode 40 begins now. Episode 39 Recap. Dvoke excavation beneath doghouse. Explosive detection. Tension at maximum. Team leader Juntae's shocking transformation. I'll kill him myself. Hyena's identity revealed. Escaped the boiling cauldron. Heuk-sa's SLBM leak attempt. Suspicion of mole inside MI6. Episode 39 ended with, "Who is that woman?" Episode 40 Preview. Deputy Minister's Secretary identity revealed. Affair with foreign intelligence operative. Full scope of classified document leak. Heuk-sa's entry. NIS insider assistance? Last hope to save Sang-wook. British MI6 Salisbury Protocol Kit emergency deployment. NATO military-grade nerve agent antidote. Chartered aircraft arrives Incheon Airport 15-25 hours. Life or death moment. MI6 Antidote administered. And the assassin infiltrates the hospital room. Secure the British MI6 Antidote. Episode 40 begins now. EP40. Secure the British MI6 Antidote. Deputy Minister's Secretary at the Ministry of National Defense. The Deputy Minister's Secretary? Currently employed? They must have run a background check when she was hired. Hey, where did this intel come from? Military intelligence provided it. That's a formidable agency. Their intelligence capabilities are second to none. She's currently on active duty. Nothing suspicious turned up during the initial background check. But she appears to have been recently recruited by a spy. Whoever won her over. The price must have been substantial. This photo shows the secretary copying classified documents and removing them from the premises. She was heading toward Yangpyeong. Copying classified documents to hand off to someone? That's what it appears to be at this stage. But how did classified documents end up in the secretary's hands? Secretaries aren't authorized to handle classified materials directly, are they? She appears to have taken reports when the deputy minister stepped away. Then secretly copied them after the other secretaries had left for the day. And then she just walked out with them like it was nothing? Clever. We've also secured footage of her handing them over to a man believed to be her lover. An unidentified male? Intelligence agency? Yes. He appears to be a foreign intelligence operative working domestically. We're still confirming his nationality. This bastard's smart, getting both pleasure and intelligence. This is a motel they frequently visit together. A love motel? And he's intelligence? Correct. So he's maintaining an affair with the deputy. Minister's secretary while getting her to extract classified defense information? We're currently determining the full scope of its use. There's also someone among our own agents supporting the Ministry of Defense who's raised suspicions. I'll report the investigation results later. I heard Heuk-sa has entered the country before. Any connection to this case? That's also under investigation. Why is this web so tangled? This is a photo captured on Incheon International Airport CCTV. The image is blurry. The CCTV's orientation is set from the wall side toward the runway. As a result, Heuk-sa's figure barely appears on screen, and even when it does, the distance makes positive identification difficult. What about the face of our agent who supposedly escorted him? We still can't identify the escorting agent either. Wait, they knew the CCTV locations? They knew which direction the cameras were facing? It's uncanny. We've reviewed a year's worth of footage and still can't confirm anything. It's maddening. Conduct a comprehensive investigation of all past airport employees. Someone inside the NIS might be connected. Yes, sir. By the way, that friend. Sang-wook, was it? Yes, Director. What's his current condition? Still in a coma. The hospital room? It's secure? Under 24-hour surveillance, and Agent Eun-ah has also been deployed to guard him directly. Good. Especially since the assassin might return. Make absolutely certain they don't let their guard down. The room is being monitored in rotating shifts around the clock. He's a crucial witness holding the smoking gun in our investigation. Make sure they understand he must be protected. Yes, sir. I'll emphasize that. Hurry. And what did the doctor say? Daebom's voice was low, but unmistakable urgency bled through. Yes, sir. The doctor says. Even in the medical community, they've rarely encountered a case like this. The response pattern differs from typical drug poisoning. Daebom's gaze shifted to Lee Sang-wook lying beyond the glass partition. Beyond the oxygen mask, his face was deathly pale. His chest rising and falling only with the machine's assistance. Did you contact Dr. Go at the National Forensic Service? Yes. There are hundreds of types of toxins. So they're analyzing everything: suicide, homicide, drug abuse, applying every manual. Daebom asked curtly. So it doesn't just spit out results the moment you run it through a machine? The agent replied with an awkward expression. No, sir. I also thought you just put it in the analyzer. And a voice would say, the substance is such and such. Daebom nodded. Connect me to Dr. Go. Yes, sir. Moments later, a familiar voice came through the receiver. Oh, Team Leader Kong? What's going on? Doctor. Go. National Forensic Service forensic chemistry expert. And Daybom's lover. I know you're in a meeting, but do you have a moment? Yes. Go ahead. I understand you're working on toxin classification. Is classification by toxic mechanism clear-cut? Toxins are classified into protoplasmic poisons, corrosive poisons, blood poisons, nerve agents, and enzyme inhibitors. However, in actual cases, they often work in combination, making definitive classification difficult. Daybom paused to think before asking. For example, what about potassium cyanide? Potassium cyanide acts as a blood poison, but it also exhibits nerve agent and enzyme inhibitor properties simultaneously. Once absorbed into the body, it binds with hemoglobin, blocking oxygen transport, resulting in respiratory failure, convulsions, and unconsciousness. Daybom's gaze returned to Sang-wook. Are there physical characteristics as well? The blood and mucous membranes take on a bright red color. However, not all toxins can be so clearly distinguished. Daybom spoke quietly. Understood. Thank you, Doctor. After a brief silence, Dr. Go said softly, "Save him." Daybom's eyes flickered ever so slightly. "I will. Without fail." He ended the call. Director Cho lightly tapped the table with his palm. "So, did we secure the medication requested from MI6? An agent responded immediately. "Yes, sir. The British SIS, that is, MI6, is airlifting it directly. They're sending it via chartered aircraft." The air in the room grew momentarily still. MI6 directly? Daybom asked again. "Yes, sir. It's called the Salisbury Protocol Kit. A military medical kit designed to counter nerve agents." Military grade? In addition to atropine, the treatment for neostigmine overexposure. It contains core antidotes actually used by Britain, the United States, and NATO, including glycopyrrolate and other nerve agent treatments. Director Cho nodded. Britain has extensive experience with these cases. Since the Cold War, they've dealt directly with nerve agent attacks like Novichok. There have been instances where Russian defectors, or double agents, struck down by toxins, survived. An agent asked cautiously, "I heard it's experimental medication. The clinical data isn't complete yet." Director Cho spoke firmly. "So we're not going to use it?" "No, sir. It's just, he'll die if we leave him as is anyway." The words were cold. And they were fact. Beyond the glass, Lee Sang-wook's body remained motionless. The MI6 station chief, trained alongside me during CIA counter-terrorism education. Director Cho continued. He said he can't take responsibility. But he agreed to send it. Daebom asked, "When does it arrive?" "It should be approaching Incheon Airport now. Expected arrival at 1525 hours. A chartered aircraft. A foreign intelligence agency was mobilizing directly to save one human life." Dense fog blanketed the runway. The air hung still, as if frozen. Then, from within the mist, a single form emerged. The chartered aircraft touched down gently on Incheon Airport's runway. The low-frequency vibration of its engines rumbled through the ground. "Who?" In the restricted zone, sealed off from civilian access, an ambulance waited. As the aircraft's stairs descended, a man in dark sunglasses surveyed the area before stepping down. In his hand was a specialized case containing the antidote. MI6, Austin Kim. "The atropine currently in use won't be sufficient. This is a military-grade cholinesterase inhibitor. Currently experiencing complete pupil constriction. Absence of spontaneous respiration, and rapidly declining neural response." He opened the silver case. Inside were 6 auto-injectors. Transparent liquid filled the auto-injectors. Glycopyrrolate and Pralidoxime on NATO response. Kit, and a specialized nerve agent countermeasure kit developed by MI6. "Thank you. This will be invaluable." The NIS agent bowed in gratitude. "Please convey our thanks to Station Chief Haley." "I will. Wishing you positive results." He saluted and reboarded the chartered aircraft. Moments later, the aircraft slowly taxied toward the runway for takeoff. The instant the medication case was transferred, the ambulance activated its emergency lights and raced toward the city. A black SUV followed close behind. It too switched on its lights. Emergency lights flashed from above the front windshield on the driver's side and from inside the hood. Red and blue lights alternated, casting their glow. They sped down the bus-only lane at high speed. The hospital sign came into view, the one where Sang-wook was admitted. Perched atop a sloping hill, the hospital featured a tastefully landscaped garden. In front of the private room, an NIS agent sat in a folding chair, surveying the surroundings. Inside the private room, Sang-wook was receiving intensive care. Whether aware of this absurd reality or not, he lay motionless, breathing in shallow gasps. The ICU doctor lifted one of the auto-injectors and positioned it just below the carotid artery. Click. The injector activated. The medication was delivered under high pressure. It entered Sang-wook's bloodstream. Beep. The ECG waveform spiked sharply. Sang-wook's fingers trembled ever so slightly. The oxygen saturation was gradually rising. Next, the doctor retrieved a syringe containing blue liquid. One by one, the specialized nerve agent countermeasure kit was administered to the patient's body. After checking the patient's pupils, the doctor wiped sweat from his forehead. He issued instructions to the attending nurse. Monitor for decreased muscle tremors, return of consciousness, and neural recovery. Understood. Spontaneous respiration is still extremely weak. Yes, understood. Also check for respiratory distress or sudden temperature drops, and watch for convulsions. Yes, understood. Sang-wook lay completely motionless, still wearing the respirator. The agent from outside guided Agent Eun-ah into the room. Following the doctor, Sang-wook's mother entered and broke down sobbing. The family circumstances that had transpired made her weep even more sorrowfully. "Oh, Sang-wook, what did my boy do wrong that someone tried to kill him?" "Oh, ma'am, you can't do this here. Nurse, please escort her to the consultation room. Doctor, please save my Sang-wook. Please. Oh, Sang-wook. He's fortunate to have survived. We'll do our absolute best. Oh, Sang-wook. My poor baby, what do I do? Sang-wook." The doctor gathered the medical chart and entered the consultation room. As darkness descended, an ominous shadow appeared at the hospital room window. A black figure climbed down the exterior wall from the hospital rooftop. After observing the interior through the window, it quietly slid the window open. Sliding softly, upon entering and confirming Sang-wook's condition, it drew a wire garrote from between its gloved fingers. Sang-wook remained completely motionless, still on the respirator. With the oxygen mask in place, using the wire would be difficult. The wire was returned. From the black backpack came a box. A syringe emerged. After confirming the medication flowed when the plunger was pressed. Just as it moved to insert the needle into the IV tube. Sounds came from outside. Someone was entering. The black shadow swiftly concealed itself in the bathroom. Who could it be? At this hour? A quick scan of the room revealed nothing unusual. The NIS agent who had been standing guard in the corridor entered while on his phone. "You're saying the exterior sensors were triggered?" EP40 Ending Script Episode 40 Highlights. Deputy Minister's Secretary Identity Revealed. Who is that woman? Answer to Episode 39's question. Deputy Minister's Secretary, recently recruited by spy. Copied classified documents, removed from premises. Her lover foreign intelligence operative. Getting both pleasure and intelligence. Heading toward Yangpyeong, Motel rendezvous. Heuk-sa entry mystery. Incheon International Airport CCTV analysis. Uncanny skills. New exact camera locations. Year of footage, still can't identify face. NIS insider assistance suspicion intensifies. Investigate all past airport employees. Toxicology expert consultation. Dr. Go. National Forensic Service day bombs lover. Potassium cyanide, blood, corrosive, nerve poison combined. Hemoglobin binding, oxygen blockage. Medical community has rarely seen this case. Sang-wook's toxin identification, ongoing struggle. British MI6 Antidote emergency secured. Director Cho directly requests MI6 station chief. CIA counter-terrorism training colleagues. Salisbury Protocol Kit, Military Medical Kit. Atropine, Glycopyrrolate, Pralidoxime. NATO Response Kit MI6 Special Development. Cholinesterase inhibitor. He'll die if we leave him as is. Russian defector, Novichok attack treatment cases. Experimental medication, no liability guarantee. Chartered aircraft emergency transport. Incheon Airport arrival 15-25 hours. Dense fog over runway, frozen air. Low-frequency engine vibration, missed parts, aircraft emerges. MI6 Austin Kim delivers specialized case. The atropine currently in use won't be sufficient. 6 auto-injectors, transparent liquid. Ambulance black SUV emergency lights racing. High-speed bus lane pursuit. Life or death crossroads. Antidote administration. ICU, positioned below carotid artery. Click auto-injector activates. High-pressure medication delivery into Sang-wook's bloodstream. Beep ECG waveform spikes sharply. Fingers tremble ever so slightly. Oxygen saturation gradually rising. Blue liquid syringe, sequential administration. Monitor for decreased muscle tremors, return of consciousness. Sang-wook's mother sobbing, "Please save my Sang-wook." Agent Una deployed to guard room. Assassin returns. Darkness falls, black shadow. Hospital exterior wall, descending from rooftop. Window slides open quietly, sliding softly. Wire prepared but oxygen mask prevents use. Syringe extracted, approaching IV tube. The moment needle nears. Conceals in bathroom. You're saying the exterior sensors were triggered? Cliffhanger. Episode 41 preview. Assassin vs NIS agent confrontation. MI6 Antidote effectiveness? Sang-wook's fate hangs in the balance. New episodes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you for watching.